In a week where loyalties fracture, schemes intensify, and secrets inch closer to exposure, Port Charles braces for another whirlwind of deception and emotional fallout. As Wednesday, April 30, 2025, unfolds in General Hospital, the storyline dives into a volatile mix of calculated betrayal, political maneuvering, and emotionally charged confrontations that may change lives forever. Back in the shadows of her own regret and rage, Nina Reeves once again finds herself on the verge of moral collapse. After the explosive consequences of her last machination, where her manipulation landed Drew Kane in jail, one might expect caution. But Nina's vendetta has never been one to cool easily. Rather than pulling back, she plunges even deeper into the darkness. This time, she doesn't act alone. Portia Robinson, fueled by her own ambitions and a misaligned sense of justice, joins her in orchestrating a plot so devious it could decimate more than one life. The plan? A carefully arranged seduction using a woman named Jacinda, an escort skilled at performing her role with calculated precision. The objective is clear: drug Drew, stage a compromising scene, and capture the photographic evidence. Nina's ultimate goal is to push Willow to break things off with Drew, effectively removing him from both her daughter's life and, perhaps more pressingly, from the congressional landscape. For Portia, the motive seems dual-layered: control the optics, manage the threats, and protect her interests in the upper echelons of Port Charles society. What neither of them seems to anticipate, at least not entirely, is the fallout. Because when Willow Tate returns home after what should have been a peaceful separation from chaos, she is greeted instead by a brewing storm. Whether she walks in to see Drew in a drugged haze, tangled in Jacinda's arms, or finds his image flashing across the media in full scandal mode, the shock may prove irreversible. The foundation of trust between Drew and Willow, already fragile from past deceptions and separations, may not survive this assault. Yet beyond the personal betrayal lies something far more dangerous: the potential implosion of Nina's already crumbling connection with her daughter. Willow has endured more than most: cancer, loss, and complicated family revelations. Her tolerance for manipulation cloaked as love is wearing thin. If she discovers that Nina orchestrated this humiliation, the damage could be permanent. The woman who so desperately wanted to reclaim her role as a mother may instead find herself forever exiled from Willow's life. Elsewhere in Port Charles, political currents swirl as Mayor Laura Collins and Curtis Ashford gather to unpack the ramifications of this latest scandal. With Drew's eruption at the Savoy drawing public attention, spurred by Jacinda's involvement and the carefully staged chaos, Laura is left to wonder how this will impact the city's referendum vote and the broader public trust in Drew's leadership. Curtis, newly re-centered in his role as a power broker and protector of the city's integrity, shares her concern. The optics are bad, and the timing couldn't be worse. With every new revelation, Drew's credibility unravels. What began as a quiet war in the shadows is now spilling into the public arena. Meanwhile, Brennan's sudden reappearance on the West Coast sends further shockwaves through the narrative. Having kept a low profile for months, his return is triggered by whispers of Sonny Corinthos's post-surgery murder attempt. Always the strategist, Brennan arrives with his own theory in hand. And it's not hard for him to guess the source of the threat: Sidwell. A rival with both motive and access, Sidwell has long coveted Sonny's lucrative dock properties. The attempted hit, to Brennan, feels less like personal vengeance and more like a strategic land grab. If true, this is more than a criminal act, it's a chess move in a citywide battle for control. And while power struggles rage in offices and backrooms, emotional turbulence brews in more intimate quarters. Alexis Davis, carrying the weight of recent family strain and political fallout, finds herself confiding in Lulu Spencer. Their connection is unshakable, rooted in shared trauma and unexpected grace. After all, Lulu owes her life to Sam, Alexis's daughter. Lulu, no longer the impulsive force she once was, listens with calm neutrality, providing Alexis a rare space for vulnerability. But as Alexis speaks, she strays dangerously close to revealing too much. Her words carry the weight of secrets not meant for public consumption, matters that, if mishandled, could have real consequences. And though Lulu is trustworthy, the world of General Hospital has taught its players that nothing spoken is ever truly safe. The pieces on this chessboard are shifting quickly. Nina and Portia may have struck a powerful blow, but the reverberations could tear through every corner of their lives. Willow's fury, if unleashed, will be seismic. Drew's credibility is on the brink, and his enemies, Sidwell chief among them, are circling. Brennan's presence signals a deeper plot, one likely to intersect with old vendettas and fresh ambition. Alexis's confession may seem small, but in a town where every whisper echoes, even the softest words can become detonations. And through it all, the clock ticks. Secrets have a way of surfacing in Port Charles. And when they do, no alliance is sacred, no love unbreakable, and no scheme without cost. Would you like a continuation of this storyline into the next week's events?